So my next, we're done here, is all the GOAT debates that have been reignited by Tom Brady. Okay? It is not a discussion anymore on who the greatest quarterback of all time is. It's not. It hasn't been for a long time, right? But
Right.
I'll agree with you on that. But now everyone's like, oh, who's the GOAT in this sport? Who's the GOAT in this sport? Who's the GOAT in this sport?
And they're comparing him to like Terry Fox. This isn't.
No, they said Tom Brady is the greatest athlete of all time, which is not right. It's not true, right? No matter what you want to say, it's not true.
No, it's just not even a comparable conversation.
No.
I know arguing over lists is how we
Right,
make
and
our
it's
money,
not.
but-
And the thing is, the people getting into these debates are not people who are educated in the sport, right? They're people who are just like the Terry Fox debate. Someone's like, oh, right. Someone brought up, oh, Terry Fox is the greatest athlete of all time. No arguments here.
Yeah,
right?
no, I agreed.
Right?
Yeah,
No
I'm
arguments.
fine with that. I'm not going to get into semantics because it's stupid to.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, all the credit in the world to what
Right.
that guy did.
Right. No arguments, right? But they're like, oh, he's better than Tom Brady. He's better than Michael Jordan. It's not. That's not what the GOAT discussion's about.
Look at the Air Jordans he was wearing when he won his 6th championship, and look at the shoes Terry Fox was wearing. I mean, you don't even have to compare these people.
Right.
You
and-
didn't see Will Chamberlain. You didn't see Babe Ruth. You didn't watch Bobby Orr. How are you going to say
exactly? That's
someone else
exactly
is
what
the
I'm
best?
getting at. Right? Yes, we understand that Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time. Is he the greatest football player of all time? Maybe not.
Yes.
Greatest quarterback.
I'm just going to say yes, even though I completely understand your point.
Greatest
You're
quarterback.
talking good sense here.
Receivers. There's a lot of great receivers, right?
Oh, Randy Moss.
Right?
Why?
Calvin
'Cause
Johnson's
he's my favorite.
Calvin Johnson and Jerry Rice are in that conversation, right? Who's the greatest receiver? No one knows. That's subjective.
Yeah, let's go back to 26 when they would do their army stint, come back and play with no gloves.
Right.
That guy might have been a better receiver.
The GOAT debate always switches based on the generation you're in,
I like this. You did well here.
right? So kids nowadays are going to argue that McDavid is the greatest hockey player of all time,
That could happen.
right? He's not. He's not, right?
He'd have to get some cups for them to do that.
Right.
But I agree 100%.
Right? And my generation would probably argue Crosby. Your generation has a whole different
that's
thing.
weird. Yeah, Gretzky.
Right, and that's a fact, right? And like baseball, people think Mike Trout's the greatest. People thought Ken Griffey Jr. is the greatest. People thought Hank Aaron was the greatest. Now Babe Ruth, right? It's based on generation. I'm tired of these GOAT debates, right? It's not a debate. How about we just appreciate the athletes for who they fucking are, what they did for the game?
Whip up a little more dessert on that too. Like you're talking real good sense here, but also with the GOAT debates is that term almost needs to go.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
so
useless.
sick of hearing
It's
it.
useless.
Like you can like illegally stream a hockey game because we don't get to watch Canadian teams in Canada because it's weird and Jesus Christ am I sick of it. And you can watch like Dallas playing say Toronto. I'm not talking this year. I'm talking any year.
Yeah.
And Sagan will score and people will go GOAT.
Yeah.
It
is a useless term. And you will never prove it. You will never prove it.
And GOAT used to mean the guy you'd throw under the bus. Can we get back to that?
Right. You will never, ever prove the greatest of all time. Because inevitably, there's going to be someone better than Tom Brady coming around. Right?
You said it best when you said it's generational. It truly is.
Right. Because Pat Mahomes, in 10 years, people might be calling him the GOAT.
Well, Brady will probably still be playing, but yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? We got to stop just debating and just take these players for as they are, right? Like, yes, stats say one thing, emotions say another, but let's stop. Let's stop comparing Terry Fox to LeBron. Like, let's stop comparing Tom Brady to Sidney Crosby. Stop. Just stop. Just appreciate these athletes for what they're doing. Watch the game. Tom Brady, what he did, it's insane. It's annoying, but it's insane. So, to all the people igniting these GOAT debates on Twitter and stuff like that,
I was going to jump in
stop.
there, but I'm gonna leave it alone.